Let us begin today. Tavu kathamritam tapta jivanam kavibhiriritam kalmashapaham shravanamangalam srimadaatatam bhuvigrinanti e bhuridajana. In our last discussions, we have discussed that to realize God, we need essentially 4 things: Shraddha, Vishwas, Bhakti, and Tapasya. These are the 4 things are essential. Shraddha, that's the words of scripture and the instructions of the spiritual master to be accepted as truth. That is called Shraddha. Shastrasya Gurubhagyasya Satya Buddhi Avudharanam. That is called Satya. Then Vishwas, that existence of God. There is God. This faith, this belief that God is there, this is called Vishwas. Bhakti, devotion, is the dedication of the body, mind and soul to that ideology. It's called Bhakti. And what is Tapasya? Constant practices to reach to that idea. These are the 4 essential things to realize God. So after that, this is about the Tapasya Ma Sharadamani Devi is telling. Very simple. She is telling, Baba Tapasya ar ki? Shudu montake Ishware charane rakha. What is Tapasya? What is austerity? Only to keep the mind at the lotus feet of God. That is Tapasya. Constantly, so many thoughts are coming, and again, coming back to the source, coming back to the original thought. My mind is going here and there, but I have to keep it at the feet of God. So the moment, the more and more we are thinking in that way, that is Tapasya. So this is a unique way, a very simple way. Ma Sharadamani Devi describing Tapasya. See, the moment we talk about Tapasya, think of the physical austerity, then the mental austerity, Vachik, Manasik. In the Bhagavad Gita also they are describing. But the Holy Mother, Ma Sharadamani Devi, she is telling very simple. You have to keep the mind at the lotus feet of God, that is Tapasya. And for that Tapasya I need a goal. What is that goal? God realization. And to realize the God, I need some guidances. What is that guidance? Guru Bhakya, Shastra Bhakya, Mother's word. Constantly take back your mind. Suddenly we become aware, my mind is not thinking of God. We take it back. After again it goes away, again you take it back, again you take it back. That way, so that is called. Then we have discussed about the Samadhi. The first time Sri Mo, the Master Mahashaya, he saw Samadhi. Sri Ramakrishna, he was in Samadhi, and that was the first time Master Mahashaya saw. And he was astounded. Is it possible for a living person standing like that without any breathing, without any movement, just like a stone image? Is it true? He couldn't believe his own eyes. So that way he is mentioning, and we discussed about that, Sampragyata or Sampragyata Samadhi. Sometimes when in Calcutta it so happened, I ran to a gentleman's house And when I asked, can I talk to him? Oh, Swamiji, wo to samadhi mein hai. And my God, he's in samadhi. And anyway, when the samadhi breaks, you ask him to talk to me. And we just simply use the word samadhi, not understanding the meaning of it. Ultimate condition of the mind without anything of this world, that is called samadhi. Without anything of this world. And then, something is there, so that the mind comes back. That's called sampragyata, which is seed. Seed means again it will sprout. See, Ramakrishna's mind was so pure. Again and again it was soaring high. So what to do? He promised to Divine Mother that he will be here, he will keep his body for the betterment, for the upliftment of the general masses. So he used to keep 1 or 2 wishes. I will drink water. That's the wish. And only for that his mind will come down. I like to see him. He will have a wish. And then his mind is coming down. This is a very peculiar, very special, unthinkable. No one's life will find this type of description. It's so vivid. And it is not like someone is just writing like this thousands and thousands of years before. Whether it is true or not, we do not know. We are just accepting. No, not like that. He was only 1836, 1886. So it was a period. So many people were there. And it was a modern time. It was the capital of the British India. So obviously everybody used to know him. And there he was showing. And the master was not an illiterate person. He was not a devotee. He was not knowing Sri Ramakrishna. It was the first time he came and met him. He was so much so, then afterwards he will describe what was his condition. Attraction, Krishna. Rama ramayati. Krishna karshayati. Rama means attracts. Krishna means, Rama means gives the pleasure. Krishna means attracts. Both the things are so very present in the life of Sri Ramakrishna. Here we find, so then he mentioning about this, and there we described a wonderful way, Yoga Vasishta mentioning about it. What is it? Dead mind. He is mentioning, Yattu Chanchalata Hina Tan Mano Mrita Uchyate. Yat tu, where there is no activity, chanchalata hinam. That mind, in that mind where is no thought, that mind is called as a dead mind. Mritam uchyate, but this dead mind, how it is? Tadevachat tapaha. That is the highest austerity. Shastra siddhanta moksha uchyate. And the scripture says that is the moksha, that is liberation, where mind is tranquil, still, without any thought. Nirvikalpa samadhi. So, that we read. Then the Master Mahasaya, he was describing that particular day, what was happening, and this is called pain picture. He's writing, he's describing and giving a picture as if the camera as it is taking the picture. Similarly, through description, he is giving the picture and it's so vivid. You read, close your eyes, you can see. That is the beauty of the gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Kathamrit. In Hindi they say Vachan Amrit, Vachanamrit. And this here he is giving the description of what is happening, who are there, to which direction Sri Ramakrishna is sitting, these, everything he is describing. Here he is describing that a song was going on. And what is the song? Meditate. O my mind, on the Lord Hari. This is a beautiful song. I don't know the full song. Only the first line I can remember. Our friends, the Swamis, they sing in so nice way. Chinmaya mamo manasha hari chidghana niranjana. Is a kirtana. Kirtan means a special tune of Bengal. And there they are singing in such a way, beautiful way. Oh my mind, you think of that Lord Hari is stainless. Niranjana. Anjana means stain. Niranjana, stainless. Why? Because totally, thoroughly unselfish. This again and again we have to understand that the papa, the stain and all those things means selfishness. And we born because of the selfishness. When you were born, they say that we always close the fist. And when we die, we should have this one showing. Let everybody be happy. Let everybody be healthy. Sarvas taratu durgani, sarvo bhadrani pashyatu, sarva sadbuddhimapnotu, sarva sarvatra nandatu. That should be the goal of our life. And in the beginning, when we come to this world, कुछ नहीं छोड़ेंगे, ऐसे बंद है, कुछ नहीं देंगे, सब मेरे लिए. It's everything for me. I am not going to give to anyone. Then suddenly I understand that everything I have to give, and it is better to give of oneself. Instead, somebody is coming and taking forcefully. If I give, I get the satisfaction. And the Prakriti, this nature, एक दिन एक काला दिन आएगा, सब कुछ ले जाएगा. The day will come when everything they will take it away and we won't be able to do anything. The more you remember it, the more we become dedicated. And Chinmaya Mama Manasahari, you constantly think of the Lord, the Lord. Meditate on my mind. The master shuddered. He was shivering. The moment the song he was listening, each and every word of it, as is reflecting in his mind. I can remember long back when we were young in the college days, we were in that NCC, National Cadet Corps. They took us in a special camp and we were supposed to get, after a whole day, that hard work, we were supposed to come back in a vehicle. And ultimately they announced, there is no vehicle, we are sorry, we have to march. And the Hindi mein jo jaise kehte hain, Joano, aapko itna inspiration they give. We forget that they were supposed to provide us the vehicle. And we had to walk another 8 miles. And that too in Andhra Pradesh, so hot. And we are marching. Then suddenly someone told, why don't you sing songs, national songs? You will forget the toil of your body and all this. And in Bengali there is a beautiful song, I think it is Nazrul Islam, Chal 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 Urdha Gagane Baje Madal. The move, like that. There will be, it's the beautiful way, the rhythmic way, all our friends, there were 500 of us. And when you reach to the destination, you are thinking more to walk, because that was so nice. So when you are singing and meditating on the words, beautiful. And if you can't, then only some of the sounds is come. Melodious, it is good, but the reflection is why Bhakti Sangeet means it is not only for the tune, it's for the words also. All the Rabindranath songs, word-based. If you can't properly pronounce and get the meaning of it, you won't understand, enjoy the song. So this is where Sri Ramakrishna, when he is listening, again that switching smile, Master Maharshya observing and writing. The wonderful smile. And when he is smiling, whole joy is reflected in the face of Sri Ramakrishna. Exactly at the back of you all, that photograph which was taken in the house of Keshav Chandra Sen. They say that particular, the facial condition is unique. It's not a smile, but it's a smile. So that Master Maharshya is describing. Then he is explaining the next day too, which was a holiday, and the aim arrived at Dakshineshwar. In that holiday, he is coming at Dakshineshwar 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Sri Ramakrishna was in his room, as another picture. Narendra Bhavanath and a few other devotees were sitting on a mat spread on the floor. Here, their tar pordino chuti chilo. So I will read a few portions of the Bengali so that you can get the beauty of the original language. Tar pordino chuti chilo. The next day too was a holiday. বেলা ৩টার সময় মাস্টার আবার আসিয়া উপস্থিত. The aim, he arrived at Dakshineshwar at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Sri Ramakrishna was in his room. ঠাকুর শ্রী রামকৃষ্ণ সেই পূর্ব পরিচিত ঘরে বসিয়া আছেন. পূর্ব পরিচিত, it has already been described to you, readers. So that's why he is a purva parichita. And if I read slowly, every word will be so easy for all of you to understand because the majority of the Bengali words are connected with Sanskrit. Purva parichit, purva parichita. Mejete madur pata. Sri Ramakrishna in his room, Narendra Bhavanath, etc. And he was sitting on a mat spread on the floor. Mejete madur pata. নরেন্দ্র ভাবনা আর দু একজন ভক্ত কয়েকটি ছোকরা 19-20 বছর. This is a special word, chokra means young teenagers, and these teenagers they used to call them as chokra. That means not a matured person and neither a young boy, in between. So this chokra 19-20 বছর বয়স. ঠাকুর সহাস্য বদন ছোট তক্তপোষের উপর বসিয়া আছেন. They were all young men of 19 or 20 seated on the small couch. Sri Ramakrishna was talking with them and smiling. No sooner had M entered the room than the master laughed aloud and said to the boys, "There, he has come again." মাস্টার ঘরে প্রবেশ করিতেছেন দেখিয়াই ঠাকুর উচ্চহাস্য করিয়া ছোকরাদের বলিয়া উঠিলেন, ওরে আবার এসেছে. He has come again. Why? Then you will be explaining little afterwards. সকলে হাসিতে লাগিল. মাস্টার আসিয়া ভূমিষ্ঠ হইয়া প্রণাম করিয়া বসিলেন. And this again he has bowed down. All they joined in laughter. M bowed low before him and took a seat. Before this he had saluted the master with folded hands, like one with an English education. But that day he learned to fall down at his feet in orthodox Hindu fashion. The long back, one young boy from North India, he joined the Ramakrishna mission. He was a newly joined brahmachari. Then senior Swami asked me to take him to Belur Mount to introduce the other senior Swamis like President Maharaj, etc. I took him there. That way Bhuteshanandaji Maharaj, you all know him. Bhuteshanandaji Maharaj was coming out. I went and made pranam and then introduced Swamiji. He is a new recruit, new boy. He has joined Advaita Ashram. And that boy, because of the fashion of the North India, he wanted to touch, as if showing to touch the feet of the Swami by left hand. In the North India, they always do by left hand and not the feet, up to the knee. So they will be doing like this. He did like that. Then the Bhuteshanandaji looked at me and said, how long he is here? I told only 10-15 days. You show how to make pranam. Then I bowed down, touched my forehead and did the pranam and asked him, follow me as I have done. So that way we have to practice. You know, in the North India, why they do like that? Because most of the time the feet was fully dust. So if you are touching by the right hand, then you need to wash. It's difficult to get water. So that's why usually they use the left hand and they don't touch the feet. They go up to the knee because of the social condition. In Bengal, it's only water. There's no problem in washing. So they practice in that way. So this I just remember how Sri Ramakrishna slowly taught these things to these people also. Presently the master explained the cause of his laughter to the devotees. He said, a man once fed a peacock with a pill of opium at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. The next day, exactly at that time, the peacock came back. It had failed the intoxication of the drug and returned just in time to have another dose. Now Sri Ramakrishna explaining why he laughed and all people that laughed, Ore abar eseche. That means he has been attracted to spirituality. People should not misunderstood. Those who do not know the background of all these things, they always misunderstood. Sometimes they misunderstood the way Sri Ramakrishna is explaining. This is not the opium he is mentioning exactly. He is mentioning about the attraction. And this is the attraction. And this is for good. In thought, this is the apt illustration. The Master Mahashaya, he is thinking within himself, this is a very apt illustration, perfectly. Master said, even at home, he had been unable to banish the thought of Sri Ramakrishna. This is very important. When he is a devotee, he always feels the attraction. That is in the life of Sri Krishna. So much it has been described about the gopis. They used to get always the attraction of Lord, constantly thinking of Him. Sometimes some people will be describing it in a very mundane way. That is not correct. It's a spiritual attraction, attraction towards God, attraction towards enlightenment. So Sri Ma thought is correct. Sri Ramakrishna, it is impossible for him to forget Sri Ramakrishna for a moment. His mind was constantly at Dakshineswar and he had counted the minutes until he should go again. Look at it. That is called devotion. And that is the reason Ramakrishna, the moment he will look at you, drag you, it is impossible for you to stay there back. One lady was there, Durga Ma. Afterwards, she became a devotee and she was very famous in Calcutta. She has the ashrama. When she was young, she suddenly felt an attraction to go somewhere. She met Sri Ramakrishna casually, but couldn't understand the spiritual power or Sri Ramakrishna as such, suddenly felt that someone is dragging. And she went on in those days. And she was very good looking. And she walked all the way from Calcutta to Dakshineshwar in those days, where girls were not coming out of the house alone. When she reached over there at Dakshineshwar home, she saw the Sri Ramakrishna as if doing, taking the rope and then dragging it. Like that, as they catch the fish and then they will be wheeling back. Similarly, as if he is going on without anything, is going on and on, rotating back the rope, dragging her to that. In another time, Narendranath, he also felt same thing. He was sitting in the room. Suddenly he felt it is impossible for me to wait here, sit here in the room. And he started running from there. You have, perhaps some of you have visited the house of Swamiji. It's far away from Dakshineshwar. From there, from middle Calcutta, he was running. While he was running, he was oblivious of the situation. Sometimes will be the haystack was there. He hit it in the haystack. All the hays were in the air. And in that condition also he was running, reached over there in the Dakshineshwar, in the house of Sri Ramakrishna, room of Sri Ramakrishna. That's called the Akarshana, Krishna, and they are blessed. The Sri Mom, he also got that Akarshana and he went over there. In the meantime, Master was having great fun. And that was again astounded Sri Master Maharshai, Sri Mahendranath Gupta. And Master was having great fun with the boys, treating them as if they were his most intimate friends. Peals of side-splitting laughter filled the room, as if it were a mart of joy. The whole thing was a revelation to him. He thought, didn't I see him only yesterday, intoxicated with God? Wasn't he swimming then in the ocean of divine love, a sight I had never seen before? And today the same person is behaving like an ordinary man? Wasn't it he who scolded me on the first day of my coming here? Didn't he admonish me saying, and you are a man of knowledge? Wasn't it he who said to me that God with form is as true as God without form? Didn't he tell me that God alone is real and all else illusory? Wasn't it he who advised me to live in the world unattached, like a maid servant in a rich man's house? See, he couldn't understand how this man is behaving like so ordinary. And this is the speciality of the Ramakrishna mission. And so at some other places, the monks will be only meeting the devotees when they are all ready to meet. Then they will come with great gravity. They will sit over there, sometimes smiling a little, and like this and like that. It is normal. Just normal. Joking and making fun and all this. Swami Vivekananda, when he came to this America, and he was a famous person that time, and his lectures spellbound, people used to wonder where from so much of knowledge is coming out. He will be cutting jokes and making fun. Then one gentleman someday asked him, Swamiji, you are a spiritual leader. You always laugh. When you are becoming a grave face, spiritual leader should be a long faces, because so much of difficulty in the whole world. So he is thinking how to take all these sinners to heaven. So all responsibility on his shoulder. There is no time for him to smile. Swamiji said, Well, sometimes when there is I feel that stomachache, I become great. Otherwise, why should I be great? We are the children of immortal bliss, Ananda. Ananda is the thing from where everything has come. Anandeva khalu imani bhutani jayante. So this joy, because of the joy of spirituality. The conversation drifted to Hanuman, which picture hang on the wall in the master's room. Sri Ramakrishna said, just imagine Hanuman's state of mind. He didn't care for money, honor, creature comforts, or anything else. He longed only for God. When he was running away with the heavenly weapon that had been secreted in the crystal pillar, Mandodari, the wife of the Ravana, began to tempt him with various fruits so that he might come down and drop the weapon. But he couldn't be tricked so easily. In reply to her persuasions, he sang this song, "Am I in need of fruit? I have the fruit that makes this life." This is the beauty. I just reminded of a funny story. One gentleman, he used to sell the hats. And someone told me, this has no connection with this explanation, it's just for the fun of it. And he came to sell the hats in the town, and then after doing that, there was a few only he could sell that, and then he came out of the town, and there was a big banyan tree. He slept under that tree, took some food and slept. When he got up, he found, only except his own hat, all the hats that he was having in that basket, the monkeys they have taken and they're playing with those hats. The poor man, he was a hat seller and that was his capital. If it goes away, then what he could do and what he will do. He was showing them some fruits, but they didn't budge. Then he was also trying to throw the stones so that in exchange, if they throw the hat, but that also they didn't do. Then ultimately frustrated, his own hat that was on his head, he threw it on the ground. And showing his great frustration, immediately all the monkeys, they threw their hat and they were also showing like that. The gentleman was so happy, he picked up all the hats and went away, and then long afterwards, say 15, 16 years after, same thing happened. The grandson of that gentleman came to sell the hats in that town. He also did the same thing. He came out, took some food, sat under the same banyan tree, and he slept, keeping one hat on his head, and with full confidence that nothing is going to be lost. And when he got up, he found that all his hats are on the heads of the monkeys. They are playing with those things. Then he was throwing the stone, he was tempting the fruits, but nothing. Then, with full confidence, he took out his hat and threw it on the ground. My God, nothing happened. Then an elderly monkey came down, slapped him and said, "Do you think you only had your grandfather? We too out." Because their grandfather told them that we were cheated by that man, so they also know that we should not follow. So like this, we cannot always deceive people. That is the other thing. Here this is not an ordinary monkey. This Hanuman, the jaws were strong. Swami Vivekananda was very proud of his jaws. That was little bigger and very strong. That shows the character of a man. very strong character. And this Hanumana, he was also that very strong character. Our Sri Ramakrishna, he is praising about. This Hanumana, here we find is a beautiful chopai about Hanumana. Why Sri Ramakrishna praising Hanumana? Here we find like this. Jaya Hanumana Jnana Guna Sagara Jaya Kapisa Tihuloka Ujagara Ramaduta Atulita Baladhama. I repeat, Ramaduta. This is the word we must remember. Ramaduta Atulita Baladhama Anjani Putra Pavanasuta Nama. His name was Anjani Putra or Pavanasuta. And what are these two words he's mentioning? Jnana, Guna Sagara. He is the ocean of knowledge and the qualities. All qualities are there present in Hanuman. But he is not showing anything of his own. Why? Because he is the Ramaduta. He is not the master. He is only the messenger. And messenger never put anything of his own. Only he does what has been instructed by his master. Says what has been asked to say. It's not so easy. Unless and until you have the control, you can never do that. You can try, you will see always in our mind, either we add or we deduct. If you go and try to tell someone about this, you will see it's so difficult to express in words about the situation exactly. Why? Because of our ego. We always, what we think that this is correct and this is not, that is there added in our statements. Hanumana, he was practicing Dasya Bhava. This Dasya Bhava is very difficult. Narada Bhakti Sutra, it is explaining this in a very simple 2 sentences. Om yah karma phalam tyajati, yah he karma phalam tyajati, who can give away the result of his work, karmani sannyasati, and then he gives away all his effort to do any work, tatu nirdanda bhavati, danda, nirdanda. There is no problem in his mind. He is very happy. When someone told Swami Vivekananda, you have to make planning. You know, in Asia, we never plan. That's bad. But here, everything they do with total planning. It's so excellent. And that's why everywhere you go, it's the same type of things. So that's no problem. So socially they have developed. Anyway, what we do, the karma phalam tyajati, he who is giving away the result of the work, first. Secondly, goes more down, deep, the root. Never try to work. Never. Then what he will do? Simply sitting and, जैसे कि बांग्ला में कहते हैं, बोशे बोशे लेज नाड़ावे. সে কিছু করবে না. That means he is only dangling the tail and doing nothing. Just like that. But it's not like that. He will do completely, but without ego. When Swami Vivekananda was asked by his friends in America, Swamiji, let us plan for the future. Swamiji said, why? I never plan. I do my mother's work. I never plan. I do my mother's work. Whatever mother asks me to do, only I do that. Otherwise, nothing. And for our case, ordinary people, what they will do? Whatever we should do, we should think that is it going to be beneficial for the ordinary people? Then I will do. Otherwise, not. I was telling, I think yesterday some people came. We are organizing Swami Vivekananda's 150th birth anniversary. And for that we are going to people, because we have so many pockets. Inside pockets nothing is there. And to fill up the pockets we have to go to you people. You will see so many pockets. All Swamis, they were having so many pockets. But inside the pockets nothing is there. One Swami was traveling in a public transport in a bus in Calcutta, and it was so crowded. And suddenly he felt that someone is trying to put his hand in his pocket, the pickpocketer. And he was very alert type of person. Immediately hold his hand with the pocket itself, and he was shouting, "Why you are putting your hand here? It's a Thakur's picture is here. What you want, that is in the side pocket." And the person was telling, "Sir, please release my hand." No, how can I release? Why you have touched my Thakur's photo? That means he wanted to prove that you are a pickpocketer. That was fun and all people were laughing, and they said, "Swami, leave it." Anyway, we are taking up a huge thing with the confidence help will come, not depending on any individual, depending on him. And the lady sitting over there, Mahalakshmi, we depend on her. Why do you do that? Because this will be beneficial for the society. Society is burning, suffering. They do not know where they will get peace. And this is our holy duty. Is it a sort of is it casteism? Or just we believe so we are imposing? No. This time, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, who is a Bhagavan himself, God himself, personified in the form of Sri Ramakrishna, why he has come? Dharma samsthapanarthaya, to establish religion. And what is that religion? Self-confidence and confidence in divinity. I am divine. And that has been explained by Swami Vivekananda in a very simple way. That each soul is potentially divine. And what is our duty? To make them aware about it. You are not ordinary person. Yesterday I was seeing a cinema that gives the African Americans, people, mostly young people, I wanted to understand their pronunciation. I'm trying to learn this type of pronunciation. But it is so difficult for me to observe the movie because the way they were behaving, no, this is not human. But the strong people, good people, they're attending the schools and universities. And this is the way we have to go and tell them. The way you are thinking you will get peace is not the correct way. That much. And that's called Dharma samsthapanarthaya. Each and every one of you who are helping in whatever little way, know it for sure, you are not helping Ishatmananda. You are not helping Vedanta society. You are helping God in your own way for the Dharma sthapana. Excellent life. The excellent attitude. The small little squirrel. Remember the story of the Ramayana? They were bringing a little of the sand to their body and giving it. So that Ram can make the whole breach, huge breach, to reach the Lanka. How those people, those little creatures could help. But Rama was so happy. Why? Attitude. They had that attitude to help. So that Dharma samasthapanarthaya, God has come. And it is our good fortune that He has chosen us to help Him. Whatever help we do, know it for sure. You must know. You are devotees. You must know. Again and again you are coming, listening, reading, practicing. But know that whatever you are doing, you are taking this part as a squirrel maybe in the form of dharma samstavanartha. This is the speciality, the moment we can know. And for that, immediately you have to forget. Yah karma phalam tyajati, karmani sanyasati, tato nirdanda bhavati. By that, they become very peaceful. Is this a one life that we are going to live? No. So many lives, again and again will come, in different form will come. But our only prayer will be, Amaryo Lord, Tomar Khelai. There's a divine play that you are playing, O God. Please take me, enroll my name, so that I also get association. I also get a little part. So that is the blessed way. And no karma, we are not doing of our own, whatever, only for the God Himself. In that, our Narada Bhakti Sutra, 48 sloka, he is explaining like this. And the same thing we find in Swami Vivekananda. He was a man of great personality. It was so difficult to stand before him and to say anything. Even Sri Ramakrishna sometimes used to say it is so difficult. Because the tremendous personality, tremendous character, and his knowledge, unfathomable knowledge. And one professor here in America giving the certificate, it is like putting all the knowledge of the Cambridge professors together. Even that won't suffice. That much knowledge. He was not knowing Vivekananda. He was not a disciple of Vivekananda. He was not propagating for Vivekananda. But he realized this man's knowledge, the depth of knowledge, unfathomable. Because he was knowledge himself. He was the Shiva. Sri Ramakrishna himself was so much afraid sometimes to talk to him. And this Narendranath, this Vivekananda, he is ultimately writing in a poem, Das Tav Duhakar. I am the servant of you both, Ma and Thakur, Sri Ramakrishna and Ma Sarada. Das Tav Duhakar, Shashakti Nomitav Upade. And both of you are one. You are not two. And this, I bow down to you. I am the servant. And sometimes he is telling, he is going so far, he is telling, I am the servant of those who are taking the name of Sri Ramakrishna. Even if anyone taking the name of Sri Ramakrishna, I am servant to him too. There's so much faith, so much devotion. And he, the ordinary person? No. Why he could say like this? Because he had no ego. The Mahavir, his name is Mahavira, he was also not having any ego. And we hear, when we are describing this, and Sri Ramakrishna praising the Hanumana, the devotional attitude, there are 5 attitudes. Shanta, that is the attitude of witnessing and not reacting. Witnessing everything that is changing all over, all around, simply, quietly enjoying all the changes that is going on without being affected. Very difficult. And that is the attitude of the rishis. Then dasya, servant. Vatsalya, affectionate. Sakya, friendly. Madhura, lover's attitude. This dasya attitude is so difficult. Hridaya Ram, you know those who are acquainted with the life of Sri Ramakrishna. Hridaya Ram, he served Sri Ramakrishna so much. Even then, he couldn't stay with Sri Ramakrishna. He had to go away. Because possession. The moment you feel that I have possession on Sri Ramakrishna, because I am serving, because I am cooking, because I am giving all help, otherwise he won't be able to survive. So he belongs to me, whatever I say he must follow. Know it for sure, you are no more with that God. You come down to ordinary servant level, the paid servant level. Because you are not taking money, of course, but you are taking name, fame, helps. Hridaya Ram, of course, he was a very holy soul, otherwise it's impossible to serve God. But he was playing a role, that role to teach us. The moment you have the attitude of possessing, you are lost. Ma Sharadamani Devi, when she was taking the food to Thakur, Sri Ramakrishna, and that was the only time as a wife, she had the great opportunity to go and sit before Sri Ramakrishna, her husband. Because all through the day so many people are coming and he is so busy, she couldn't meet. Only thing he will be dictating, cook this, cook that, bring it, bring that, and no, not bring, same. Then she used to say. Only that time she used to come. That was also sometimes interrupted by some. And one day one lady came, and you know that majority of you have read the biography of Sri Ramakrishna. That lady took that the plate and gave it before the Sri Ramakrishna. So it is impossible for Sri Ramakrishna to eat. Then he said, promise that you will never give this to this type of ladies or anyone. You should bring. It was a great joy for the wife. And then she could immediately say, this is the order of the master, no one should come to him, only I will cook, only I will feed, and nobody else. She could. And what she said? The two sentences. The first sentence you always quote, that if anybody calling me as mother, keu jodi ma bole dake, I won't be able to say no to them. আমি তাকে ফেরাতে পারবো না. But the second sentence is very important to me. To me, I always feel the second sentence is much more important. She said, she is the wife of Sri Ramakrishna, and she told, "Tumi ki amar ekla Thakur? Are you my only God?" No, you belong to everyone. As a God, you belong to everyone. Anyone can have the approach, and you must have to deal with him. That is your business, not mine. No possession. The moment you feel that I don't have any possession on anyone, you are a sannyasi. Gnasa nitya sannyasi, yo na deshti na kankshati. No desire. And not dveshti is not aversion to anything. I don't want this means you have desire. The moment you say, oh no, I don't want this and that is again another problem. Na kankshati, na dveshti, nitya sannyasi. So this is the beauty. And we find the path of devotion. Today we will conclude with just mentioning about this. What is the path of devotion? And they say in the Bhagavata again, Bhagavata is the book of devotion, but Bhagavata is the book of knowledge too. They think that is the path of devotion, the only book of devotion, of course, but the great book of knowledge. And here they say, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishno, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Bandhanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. These are the paths of devotion. First is Sravanam. Sravanam means this Parikshita, hearing. The Parikshit is a king, and he knew that he is going to die after a few days. Takshaka, is going to come and bite him and he's going to die. He was a great king in the lineage of Arjuna, a Pandava, but he was ready for the death. And that time with full devotion, full attention, my days are counted, I know that I am going to die. He was constantly listening to the words of God. So that's called Sravana. Kirtanam, Shukadev. Who can chant about the name of God, chanting the name of God? Shuka. Shuka means the one who was not having body consciousness. That's why he could say in that way. When Swami Vivekananda came and told sisters and brothers of America, everyone was touched. Why? Because he told without any body consciousness, not these Vivekananda and you are my sisters. He told that we are all one. That ultimate knowledge of Vedanta that touched the soul, because they too are divine. So this is Shukadeva, who was not having any body consciousness. He could chant Kirtanam, Vishnu, Vistareti Vishnu. Everywhere, all pervading God, Vishnu. And those who were the followers of Vishnu, very paradoxical. Those who were the followers of Vishnu, Vaishnava, they are the main people. Don't touch, don't touch, don't touch. Without knowing the name, meaning of the person, the God, whom he is or devote, doing the worship, offering the life, doing all through the puja, without knowing. Now Smaranam, remembering that Prahlada, every moment his father, Hiranyakashipu, he was asking to kill him, kill him, kill him. And Prahlada had no other way, nothing in his mind except the name of God. Smaranam, going on repeating. I don't care if I die. His father is giving another, what's called the poison to drink. He knew it is poison. Without anything. This is the water which it has come from the feet of the Lord Vishnu, Charanamrit. And he drank the poison. It became Charanamrit. So this Prahlada, Smaranam, remembering, Padasevanam, physically serving Lakshmi, constantly with the God. Archanam, rituals, Prithu, day and night worshipping. Maharaja Prithu, he used to do this worshipping. Then Vandanam, Akrura, he knew how to praise people, how to praise God. Wonderful way. He used to praise. Sometimes we go to praise, but we use so difficult languages or words that goes totally against. So we must have to know how to praise. This Vandana means praising God. Akrura, he knows. And then Dasyam, Hanumana, Shakyam, Arjuna, Atmanivedanam, Maharaja Bali. In South India, the Bali Raja, what is his name? Huh? No, the Pongal will be there. But that, in the Pongal, there is the same story, same king. Only name is different, but in northern India they call Bali. And he gave the whole thing to God. When the God came, this small little boy, he was a Brahman Avatar. Brahman Avatar. And the Brahman Avatar, the God said, I want only 3 footsteps. Well, then he was okay, 3 footsteps. You ask us? No. I only want these. The moment he said yes, we know the story. In the first, he took the both. And the second, and the third, he kept on waiting. Bali, where I will keep. The Bali didn't fly away. He didn't say, no, I don't know. Why you have deceived me? You came as a small little one and now you are huge Vishnu. It is not good. He immediately said, I will offer myself. That was the greatness. And Lord kept his holy feet on his head. This is the paths of devotion. Thank you for today. Again, we will meet in the next Tuesday, the same time. Today, let me tell you, as you almost all of you will know, that we have launched a new website. There we are putting all the information. The 15th August, the Independence Day, the local Indians, they will be celebrating with a procession at Devon Road, Avenue, I think, Devon. And that will be in 17, not on 15, because it's a weekday, so 17, that is a Saturday, and the procession will start exactly at 12 o'clock. So if you please go over there at 11:30, you will see our flag and some Swamijis, bigger than life size. The cutout will be there, huge. Please come with your friends, your relatives, and join us. They do in different way, and this time we will do it as a celebration of 150th birth anniversary of Vivekananda. Now let us conclude by offering our pranam to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. Niranjanam nityam Anantarupam Bhaktanukampa Drita Vigraham Vai Ishavataram Parameshamidhyam Tam Ramakrishnam Shirasa Namamaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.